This video is brought to you guys by iCloud. The iPhone is just 9 months away, so nothing is set in stone yet. Now with the iPhone 15 lineup not expected until around September of 2023, but there are certainly some enticing rumours circling around. I spent quite some time reading around the latest news and I gathered some information from some credible sources who have been correct in the past to help us maybe paint a picture with what we might expect to see with this year's iPhone 15. So the first one that everyone has been talking about is the switch to USB-C. Now we are likely to see this because according to the European Union's ruling, which requires devices to switch to a USB-C port by 2024. Now whether Apple will adopt that change to all their devices worldwide or just to those sold in the EU still remains in question. But we have already seen Apple modify iPhone models regionally as it has done with the iPhone 14, where we saw the US version with an eSIM while the other variants continued with a SIM slot. But AV Greengard from Techsponential believes it is the way to go because USB-C handles more power and offers faster data transfer. I think it is about time that Apple shift to USB-C for faster charging along with high-speed data transfer. When you compare the iPhone charging speed to the OnePlus 10 Pro that recharges at a speed of 65 watts in the US and the Galaxy S22 Ultra supports 45 watt charging, you can pretty much tell that there's a gap to close and a switch to USB-C could be the way to do that. So fingers crossed that we can see that transition later this fall. Now looking at the display, we have been told that we should expect to see the same display sizes as the iPhone 14 series, and more specifically the 15 Pro line will have thinner bezels with curved edges, but note that the display comes flat and only the bezels are curved. Now this comes from a source that holds quite a bit of weight as they have been right in the past. For me, I find it interesting that Apple are going for a curved design because Apple shifted to a flat edge design with the iPhone 12 series, which attracted divided opinions. It seems like the company now wants to make a shift again to potentially regain those lost customers. But if you guys remember, the whole reason why we had a flat glass on the front of the iPhone 12 series was for the ceramic shield, which was known to be much more durable, and they are still going to continue to use the ceramic shield coating for durability. So this curved design won't have any impact on that. The dynamic island was by far the most iconic feature of the iPhone 14 Pro line. It worked flawlessly and it just made the phone look so much cleaner with how well it was embedded within its design. The rumour from Ross Young, who said the dynamic island is expected on the standard models on the 15, and he also said we are still not expecting 120Hz as the supply chain can't support it. The good news is that we can hopefully expect to see the dynamic island across all the iPhone 15 models. But if the non-Pro line is going to have a low refresh rate, the dynamic island won't be as smooth. But either way, the iPhone will still look much cleaner without that notch. Now we could expect the new iPhone to be much more durable. Now let me tell you why. Apple has recently investigated into the viability of titanium casings for its products, which include patents related to the use of processed titanium with unique properties for future MacBooks, iPads and iPhones. So this could be something we could expect to see in Apple's future products. Now compared to stainless steel, titanium has a relatively high hardness that makes it more resistant to scratches, and its stiffness makes it durable enough to withstand bending. However, titanium's strength also makes it hard to etch, so Apple has developed a blasting, etching and chemical process that can give the titanium enclosures a high gloss surface finish for a more attractive appearance. Apple has also been researching the use of thin oxide surface coatings, which can reduce the appearance of oily fingerprints. If we actually see a switch from stainless steel to titanium, the iPhone 15 will still have a glass back. Now swiftly moving to the sponsor of today's video, which is iCloud. Quick disclaimer, I am only promoting this software if you run into trouble with your device and it should not be used for any other illegal activities. If you are looking for an all-in-one iPhone lock removal tool, then look no further because Unlock Go by iCloud has got you covered. This is a software that has been refined by programmers with years of experience, who aim to help users overcome any iOS issues with their iPad or iPhone. Their aim is to make life easier for those of you Apple users who are faced with common issues such as forgetting your passcode, iCloud activation lock, Apple ID issues, MDM locks, resetting screen time passcode, and disabling Find My iPhone. To use these features, you just need to download their software on your Mac or Windows laptop. Make sure that your device is able to meet these tech specs right here to ensure correct functioning of the software. Once you've downloaded it and had it installed, you then open it up and you can either purchase one of their subscriptions to have access to all these features, or you can give it a try by opting for a free trial to test it out. I have been using the software for a couple of weeks now and I love how simple and easy it is to use. I tried testing it out by locking my iPad to see how it does, and as you can see, the whole process was done flawlessly and my iPad was working normally without any restrictions. This software will be super handy to have because at times I do buy some second-hand phones where the previous owner would have forgotten to deactivate their activation lock, so this software will come in handy when facing such issues. Also, the company has been tested and recommended by some of the world's leading tech publications. Honestly, I really like what the company stands for and the services they provide while keeping the user in mind. If you guys are interested, I will leave all the relevant information in the description below. And now back to the video. There has been a lot of news going around about a switch from the traditional volume and power button currently used to solid state buttons. But however, Apple are looking to apply this design change to the iPhone 15 Pro models only, as their intention is to create that clear-cut differentiation between the base and Pro models in the coming years. The solid state buttons, which Q says will be similar to the home button found on the iPhone SE and iPhone 7. So they will mimic the feel of pressing a button with the help of haptic feedback. The apparent advantage of this type of button is that it helps protect against water getting in, and it also looks much cleaner. We are expecting to see the new iPhone 15 line to feature the all-new A17 Bionic Chip, which will of course be more powerful than the A16 Bionic Chip seen in the iPhone 14 line. But either way, the regular user won't see that much of a difference since both of these chips are powerful enough, and it's pretty much been like that for the past couple of years with iPhones. According to TrendForce, we can expect to see a jump in the RAM from 6GB to 8GB, but then again it will only be limited to the Pro models. This rumour is further backed up by a research report from analyst Jeff Poo. Another prediction is that we can expect to finally see an addition of a periscope style telephoto lens, which has been long awaited, as Apple have really lagged behind in that department with some of their competitors. The optical zoom on the iPhone 14 Pro Max is limited to 3x optical zoom, which makes it far behind the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra's 10x optical zoom. If Apple do actually introduce this telephoto lens, which I most probably think will only be limited to the Pro line, we can expect to see at least 6x optical zoom according to Koo. When it comes to the price, I think it is a bit too early to give an accurate estimate, but every year Apple have increased their prices either way. I feel like there will be a bit of a price hike this year because if these rumours do turn out to be true, we can expect to see quite a jump in price, especially if Apple are going to be using a titanium frame. Either way, if there is a price jump, let's just hope it's nothing too crazy. To sum up, it must be stated that it is a little too early to get proper details on the 2023 iPhone 15 lineup. It would be best to take these details outlined with a grain of salt. I personally would love to see the switch to USB-C along with the titanium frame. Honestly, if these features are incorporated, it will be an absolute game changer. Also, do share your thoughts on the possible design changes or any rumours you might have come across in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been Ryan and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.